Hello guys, Robabat1 here, and today I am here with my Yugioh Vrains episode 7 review for you guys, and wow, that was an episode. Lots and lots of stuff in this episode to talk about, guys. Like, wow, I'm just shocked, but yeah, guys, this episode was great. Like, seriously, this episode was just amazing, in my opinion. I loved this episode so much. Like, there was just so much, I don't know what to call it, emotion, feels, like, I just don't know what to say. Like, this episode was great. But anyway, guys, let's get into this review, because of this episode was mad. But anyway, so beginning of the episode, start off with Blue Angel starting the duel. She basically starts off with her field spell, getting her a Trickster Lily, special summons that from her hand. So she summons Lily. Lily then she summons the Stratos monster of the deck, grabbing her a Lycorisica. I believe the name is. After she does that, she returns the Stratos to the hand, summons back the Stratos, summons out the Lycor, and then summons back the Stratos with a spell card. Yeah, so she does all that. Then she goes from there into summoning her Link monster, Trickster Holy Angel. So she summons a lot of monsters on her first turn, very much a lot, and then she just ends her turn with saying like 2 cards, I believe. But yeah, then we go on to Yusaki's turn, or Playmaker's turn. He does the same thing, summoning tons of monsters. He ends up summoning his Link Spider, then his Link Bumper, goes into Deco Talker. Lots of stuff that he goes into. And then he attacks Blue Angel. But Blue Angel's ready for this, but because she activates her Trickster Reincarnation, which basically allows her. Also, guys, when she revived, when she special summoned the Trickster Stratos from her hand, the spell card that she used allowed Yusaki to draw a card, and because of this, Lycorisica has an effect. Every time your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, they take 200 points of damage. And the goal of the Tricksters is essentially burn your opponent as much as possible. You will burn in a pit of fire, and there is nothing you can do about it. But yeah, so she basically summons Deco Talker attacks her Trickster, her Holy Angel, and she activates Trickster Reincarnation. And the sly girl that she is gets Yusaki to draw 4 cards by banishing his entire hand. I believe she has to do the same. And because of this, he takes 800 damage. And while he takes 800 damage, he takes 1,000 because of the field spell as well. But Holy Angel gains 800 attack, and because of this, Deco Talker's attack doesn't stop, which was pretty cool, because it means that this is actual strategic duel, a strategic duel, which is something I like about Yu-Gi-Oh. It's something you rarely get to see in the anime, so that's something I really did like, seeing something strategic for a change. But yeah, so with this strategy, Yusaki intervenes, activating his spell card, Cyverse Protect or something, quick play spell card that basically protects Deco Talker from destruction, from battle destruction, and it takes no damage. But Blue Angel, yeah, she has a plan for this. She activates her Trickster Trap card, which basically says when a Trickster monster battles, she destroys a monster your opponent controls. So Yusaki ends up having no monsters left. So yeah, that's Blue Angel basically goes into something where she says, "Oh, you're not entertaining me enough. Entertain me more." But yeah, this basically, guys, I'm I'm trying to speed through all the stuff that is pretty standard, just saying, guys, because like this is all the stuff that doesn't really need to be reviewed. It's just stuff I want to tell you guys because that's how the episode went. But after that, he special summons his Cyber Salvager or something like that. A yellow Power Ranger on a motorbike, I'm going to say, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a yellow Power Ranger on a motorbike. But that he special summons that due to its own effect, which is when a Cyberse monster is destroyed, he special summons it in defense mode. So yeah, special summons it in defense mode, and after that he ends his turn. But after that, after he special summons it and he ends his turn, he starts to notice that the Knights of Hanoi presence is getting stronger. Now, if we know anything from the last episode, Blue Angel was given a card by the Knights of Hanoi. Now, this is playing a big part in this episode. Like, seriously, this is playing a massive, massive part in the episode. Like, very massive part. Because this card is the whole reason this whole episode has a ton of feels. But yeah, let's just carry on. So yeah, Blue Angel draws for her turn. And after she draws the Knights of Hanoi card, and a purple wave starts to come out of the card, and it starts to take over Blue Angel in a way. Blue Angel looks shocked and looks paralyzed for a second, and it's just like this card is pure evil. Like, this card is pure evil after that. And after the card is drawn, we see Revolver Sama, and Revolver Sama says, "You can no longer defy me." Meaning that this card is more than just a card. It has mind control properties for the Knights of Hanoi. And that's just insane. Thinking that the Knights of Hanoi can actually mind control people. And it's just like, it's mental. But after this, Blue Angel gets some of her senses back. Summons back her Blue Angel Trickster Lily. Trickster Lily's effect is basically where it can attack directly. Attacks Yusaki directly. And yeah, so she attacks him directly. Does damage. The field spell, whenever a Trickster monster does damage, I believe, deals 200 damage. Yusaki falls off his surfboard thanks to this. And he's basically falling to his doom. And Ignis is like, "I'm falling!" Not even caring about Yusaki. So yeah, Ignis just doesn't give a damn about Yusaki at this point. But Yusaki's pretty safe. He grabs onto a wall. And it seems that Yusaki now has a sort of device for when he falls off his surfboard. A little sort of beam in his knuckle, and he can basically just shoot the beam at his surfboard, and he will teleport back to his surfboard. So that's quite handy, in my opinion. A little after this, though, we get to see some backstory about Zaizen and Aoi. Saying why are you like betrayed? Why don't you understand? I did all of this for you. Basically, what happened? Why he's so high up now? Because he's been working hard ever since their parents died to make sure that they're just safe. Make sure that she never has to suffer. Just seeing this, it really does bring out another side to Zaizen, because at first I thought he was just like someone like a big shot, just wants to save his own skin, but seeing this means that he really does care about his sister. Like, it's really good to see something like this from a character when you get to see that they actually have emotions, and I really do like that. But yeah, after that, we cut back to Blue Angel. And she's starting to realize that something's wrong. She's realizing something's wrong, and everything's like spinning, or her cards start to spin around for some reason. I don't know if that's like the hand shuffling that we do in real life. Like this. Like, I don't know if that's like hand shuffling like this. Like, who knows? Like, it could be anything. Just like her mind losing her own mind. But yeah, after this, we cut back to Yusaki, and well, this is after she ends her turn. Basically, after she attacked, she uses Lily's effect. Lily's effect allows her to add the Stratos back to her hand. But yeah, Back to Yusaki's turn. Yusaki uses the Power Ranger on a motorbike to revive Link Bumper from the graveyard because of it. It seems to have that effect where it can revive a Cyberse monster from the graveyard, being Link Bumper. He didn't bring back Decode Talker though, but Link Bumper is a valid choice for what he does, because after that he jumps over his monsters. He uses the surfboard, jumps over his monsters and Blue Angel all the way into a storm, a data storm. And in this data storm, obviously he's using his effect because throughout this entire duel, he's been taking damage due to Lycoricica's effect, Trickster Lycor effect, and because of this damage, he's actually on 800 life points now, enough to be able to use his ability Storm Access. So yeah, he jumps into the storm, uses his ability Storm Access to gain a new Link monster. And after that, he jumps out of the data storm back onto the playing field. And when he lands, I thought it was kind of interesting because he ends up having kind of a little bumper car thing with Blue Angel, which was kind of cool in my opinion. Because you would think you would want to try to avoid bumper cars on surfboards, because you could fall off again. But yeah, that was pretty cool to see. But after that, after he leaves the storm and the bumper car's over, he opens the circuit to be able to Link summon his new Link monster using Link Bumper and the Power Ranger on a surfboard on a motorbike to summon his new Link monster Encode Talker, basically new Decode Talker. And this monster actually really does help to win in the duel, so let's carry on. But after this. But basically, after he attacks, blah blah blah. Basically, he goes into battle phase, and yeah, basically he goes into a battle phase with his defect monster, which protects him from taking damage. And attacks Blue Angel, but we get to see Blue Angel's skill, and Blue Angel's skill is Trickster's Fraud. And Trickster's Fraud ability is basically she discards one card from her hand, one Trickster monster from her hand, and she gets to make her opponent draw until they have 3 cards in their hand. Now, the reason this is good is because Yusaki has 800 life points, and because she also has a field spell, she will do an extra 200, and also because of Lycoricica effect, Yusaki will take a total of 800 life points being gained. And after this, we see that she's like, "I win! I defeated Playmaker!" And yeah, so she's a bit cocky there, but Yusaki's like, "Nah, you really think you beat me?" And he activates his defect monster's effect, gaining a defect counter on the monster to stop the effect's damage, essentially. So he survives that whole ordeal of damage. And after this, it's like the attack continues, but Blue Angel turns to her hand saying that she still has 1 card left, and it's Dark Angel. Yeah, Dark Angel, the card the Knights of Hanoi gave to her. And this card is not good, guys, because this card, when she looks at this card, the Knights of Hanoi actually take control. We see Revolver Summer in her eye, because Blue Angel is like, I'm, and then the Knights of Hanoi appears in her eye and says, "A Knight of Hanoi." So this is where the full control of the Knights of Hanoi has taken place. And after this, she's just like a mind-controlled monster, and she activates Dark Angel's effect, which is basically she tributes a Trickster monster, and the monster attack is switched. So the defect monster is forced to attack the Trickster monster, and also the Trickster monster, the Link monster, to Holy Angel, gains all the attack of Lilybell, the tributed monster. So Trickster is now on 3,000 attack points, and this is where things start to get really, really intense. Like, she says this, and Blue Angel, she starts to go berserk, saying in a very, very mean, a very, very intense berserk voice, "You lose, Playmaker." And this was kind of creepy and intense and all of that, but thanks to Encode Talker, because the defect monster was on Encode Talker, Encode Talker can basically stop the destruction and battle damage of the whole attack. Because it was because defect was on Encode Talker's Encode Talker's link position. And also because of this, Encode Talker then gains all the attack of the Trickster Holly Angel. Meaning that he goes up to 3,500 attack. So, yeah, he's big, and he also gains more attack points thanks to a spell card that he has and Defect's own effect, giving him another 800 attack, essentially putting him on 6,100 attack points. But after this, we start to see Blue Angel going really, really crazy, and we get to see what her mental state is actually like inside of her brain, because she basically looks like she's in severe pain, which is something that you shouldn't be seeing. And after this we actually see her descending into darkness, which is kind of, it's like a fallen angel. Like, she's looking like a fallen angel. Her being Blue Angel is kind of ironic, but it's very, very upsetting. Like, there was so many feels. Like, even when we leave outside to see what's going on outside her brain, she's crying. She's literally crying. And Yusaki's basically trying to end the duel as soon as possible. Because, like, Zaisen tried to cut out the duel earlier, but he couldn't because the Knights of Hanoi were blocking the systems. And it's just like, it's so sad. And even when Encode Talker attacks, he kills a Holly Angel by halving her attack, and he just decreases Blue Angel's life points to 0. And in that blast, you see so much, like, sadness. Like, this ending was so sad. Like, even after the life points hit 0, the last scene of the episode is Blue Angel just descending further and further into darkness. And this was just so emotional, so sad, and it's just like, what? This episode truly was one of the most emotional episodes that there has been of Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains so far. This is probably the best episode that has actually happened so far, in my opinion, because this episode was like, you're just like, you're controlling, you're berserk, you're like, it's so sad. And the music they put in tune with it as well, it was just like, so sad. And this was just it was a great episode. Like, this is the type of things I like to watch. This is emotion. This is, I don't know. Like, this is psychological, this is emotional, it's just sad. And I really do like this factor that they're putting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, like, if this is how they're going to make the rest of their episodes, then Vrains is probably going to be considered the best series there ever was. Because it means they're going a step further. They're showing us a side of Yu-Gi-Oh! That they've never shown before. Because, like, even in the original series, where the Shadow Realm was a thing and all this other stuff was a thing, they never had stuff like this. Sure, they had scenes with, like, Grandpa and stuff, but they never had something like this, where you're enraged, where you're going berserk, where you're controlled. Like, sure, Joey was one of those scenes, but it wasn't like this. This was one step further. But yeah, guys, this episode was just amazing. It had a lot of feels, some backstory from Zaisen, a great duel as well. The duel was a very good duel. Blue Angel's strategy, burning the opponent to death. That's what Tricksters are going to be doing in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Game soon, so that's something. But yeah, guys, that was just an intense episode, an insane episode. Like, it was a great episode, guys. But guys, tell me what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Tell me if you think this episode was intense. Tell me if you think this episode was sad, depressing, just give me your opinions, guys, because like this episode to me was really, really good, in my opinion. I think it's one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh episodes there has ever been. But yeah, guys, that's basically the episode 7 review. Tell me what you think of it in the comment section below. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. That episode was insane. Really, it was. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and check out the links in the description for the previous video, and the link to my Facebook page where you can see previous videos that I've posted there, and any other information that I may have posted there. I hope to see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.